good evening, Tom. Here we are in the motor, in the dark.
Hello, welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. It's felt like not very long actually. It feels like only yesterday.
It was the day before yesterday.
Great to have you with us. It was a good night in the end against Burton Albion, a deserving man of the match for Joe Morrell. He's really come into his stride. Our little man, Joe Morrell. I mean, he's the first name on the team sheet. Joe Rafferty fitted back into the side like a glove.
Yeah.
And some good stuff on Tuesday night. Plenty to build on, plenty of confidence to take in to Sinsel Bank. Lincoln City, well documented, the only side not to lose a league game so far this season at home.
Yes.
There have been a lot of draws in that time, but they still are unbeaten at home.
Yeah, so Law averages say
4-0 written all over it.
4-0. Exactly.
But a tough test against a good side. Probably the best Lincoln City side will play, seeing as since we've started playing them more regularly again. The Danny Cowley Derby.
Yes, the DDD.
Yeah. DCD, but we'll take it.
There's a DCD, Tom.
It is, yeah. We seem to have a different game plan for every single different game, and Pompey are unpredictable again, and they're starting to win football matches, so it's an exciting time for us, and that's all down to the shrewd management. Inspired substitutions, Dane Scarlett came off the subs bench and scored on Tuesday night. Piggott with the assist, who also came off the bench too. Rico away at Plymouth. Rico almost scored against Peterborough, should have been allowed, but wasn't allowed. Came off the bench, so some really good management of this really good, talented group of players. We're on the up.
Great feeling about it, Tom. I really see progress and excitement. What's interesting for me is the calmness and the intelligence of Machini. I think he's a really, really decent bloke.
With all due respect to Lincoln, who've recruited incredibly well in the January transfer window, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of their talent play tomorrow. However, this really needs to be a win for Pompey again. If we're going to keep up the 4 wins out of 5, I think we need to batter aside. Let's have a 3-0. Let's hope it's another enjoyable away day following Pompey.
Good evening, Andrew.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Lincoln. Look who's here. Do a Reese. Dill's ready to go as well. We're going to go and hit Lincoln, and we'll take you along on the ride. Bed review time. Yes. What do I normally say?
Oh,
that'll do.
That'll do.
Yeah, I fancy Portsmouth today. Paddy Lane's going to bag, and hopefully he'll be offside again, and we see a bit more of those JTs, eh?
Hey, remember it! Nice to see you again. Long time no see. Not like we spent the night together last night.
No.
That sounds wrong. We're not having that on YouTube.
We've shown in recent weeks that we can beat anybody, and I think they'll be up for it today as well.
We're going down 2-0, winning 3-2.
Oh, comeback kings. What about you, mate?
2-1, Padley on his birthday to win it.
2-1 Luke Plans, Regan Paul.
Can I push you on a goal scorer for Pompey?
Sean Raggett or Joe Morrell.
I'm granddad, mate.
Well, you look amazing. You look amazing, sir.
Good looks.
2-0 Lincoln, I'm sorry boys, alright?
You said 1-1 last night.
Yeah, but they don't know that, do they?
Oh, right, okay. Well, you said 1-1 last night. They do now.
2-1 Pompey.
I like that. Can you agree with her?
Nah, it's 4-0. Got to be in it. Tell Tom how long it took you to get here.
I was going to say, you don't sound like you've come straight from Pompey.
No.
We live about 12 miles from here.
What's your score prediction today?
4-0.
4-0. It's been taught well. But what about you, sir? What's your name?
2-1, Ash.
Your name's not 2-1, it's Ash.
No, it's not 2-1, it's Ash.
Ash, can I ask you, how are Pompey's promotion hopes looking from your point of view? He's just laughed at me, everybody. He has just laughed at me when I mentioned that. Who's going to score them goals, Charlotte?
Portsmouth.
Oh, wait. She's made me look a mug there, isn't she? That was a little bit of a concern.
That was a very bad judgment by Town, and that ball came over it too easily.
10-minute check-in for you. It's been all Lincoln City in terms of attacking chances. Pompey are working their ways out of situations very well, but it's just a long ball at the top and nothing comes of it. So, step up needed. Not been quite as ruthless in attack as you'd probably like, but overall not a poor half.
Fairly end-to-end. Nothing particularly clinical by the team. Rico's been really positive. He's driven it down the right-hand side quite a few times. A little bit selfish towards the end. He should have passed it further right out to Rafferty. Nothing horrendous, nothing genius. We just need to be more clinical, more productive with it. I think Bishop keeps coming deep to try and get involved. I call it the Harry Kane thing. He's got bored and he keeps roaming around the pitch. Like, I can't help but think he needs to stay up there, so we've got an outlet. Paddy Lane's having to fill in. He's not even playing as a winger, so it seems like an odd movement to me, but maybe that's something that's been drilled in.
When we have a corner, we've actually kept a man up front for the first time. I think it's their first time this season.
Yeah.
Paddy Lane staying up top.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but from the corners that we've had.
Rico and Dale switched about 20 minutes in. I think neither of them had particularly good luck with Rico on the left and Dale on the right. So they switched it round, and then that's actually worked much better. Perhaps we'll see Curtis for Dale about 60th minute. That's my prediction.
Still confident. I reckon we can still get 2, but if we're not careful defensively, they could easily get at least 1 or 2.
It's offside. It was difficult to judge from here. Obviously we're behind it, but it looks pretty clear. Oh mate, Colby's onside. Over the crossbar, and I just looked at the rest of the boys in mint. Ryan Tunnicliffe just dropped to the floor. Joe Morrell can't believe what he's just seen. That is a golden opportunity and it's gone. Was that the moment? Was that? And Barney's even had to sort his glasses out. Sorry, I ruined that. That was really good. Oh my God! This game's there for the taking. Pompey should be at least 1 or 2-0 up. Completely dominant in this first half. We've just got to make it pay now. Only a couple of minutes left. That's Pompey of late, really, isn't it? Huff, puff. Don't actually have anything to show for it. But Colby, mate. Colby. Let's talk about Colby.
One-on-one with the keeper right at the end, the last chance, and he somehow spoons it.
You're thinking this is it?
Yeah.
You're thinking, right, here we go. This is the moment. Colby Bishop, magic hat, all that kind of thing.
Even I was like, ah.
Yes, you did drop to the floor, Barney, because I felt it next to me.
Yeah. It was a tough game to watch for 80 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes we dominated. It was all us. Bizarrely, they had 2 chances as well.
Yeah, down the other end.
We had some chances that you're looking at thinking, we should have had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Disappointing. You never want a 0-0.
How many times have we been living in would have, should have, could have at the minute for Pompey is the worry.
You convert half of our draws. We're within touching distance of the playoffs, but sadly we're now 14 points off playoffs.
It sounds quite irretrievable to me.
Need say no more.
Yeah.
We all are thinking the same thing now.
Probably, yeah. And I think even the most rosy-eyed Pompey-tinted glasses of us among us, of which there are many that are watching, will come away from that slightly bemused and thinking, well, maybe that was kind of if that had been 1-0 Colby Bishop, the dream lives on for another week, doesn't it, perhaps? And
yeah, overall I feel like it should have been won by us 1-0, but it's a draw, fair result. I don't know, probably, but we've just got to keep going.
You have that chance, that glimmer of hope that you can go on a run and it can kickstart something, but Dale wasn't on one, and Ogilvy looked knackered from the first half. So yeah, everything went down the right, but sadly nothing came from it.
We said at the top of the video that we want to go out there and batter a team and brim ourselves with confidence, and that's far from what we did today. But I will stick by one thing that I said at the start of the video, was the fact that Messinio can kind of read a game and make interchangeable decisions. 2 previous administrations would have the Pompey way and stick to it, whereas I think the substitutions were shrewd and I think they actually improved our chances. And Barney mentioned that we had a great last 10 minutes and that was when all the substitutions had been made. So there's no such thing as coincidences in football when it comes to that kind of thing. So yeah, you're kind of thinking on another day, Colby just doesn't quite strike that one as hard. On the balance of it, maybe some of the chances that Lincoln had, in, as you were mentioning, in those last couple of minutes, catching us on the counter, plus the stuff they had in the first half. For Pompey's complete dominance in spells of the second half and parts of the first half, maybe on the balance of it, you're thinking perhaps there's, I'm not going to say it's a fair result, but both teams could put their ring in the hat and say, look, ring in the hat?
Both teams will feel like they should have had chances to wrap up the game.
Yes,
towards the end.
thank you. Thank you for saving me.
Two fantastic saves from Matt Macy
Yep.
that were going away from him low, and he's used all of his 6'9", 8, 10 frame, whatever it is,
Yep.
to get down and push them away. So
Effort's not a problem for me, but I agree. It feels like it was just that little touch too far for us, didn't it?
Bring on Cheltenham, Bolton and Cambridge, because two of those are very winnable games, but then again we are Portsmouth Football Club, so is any game winnable? Probably
make of that
not.
what you will, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
long drive home after a 0-0, 4 hours to reflect on what could have been.
Yes. On Colby, I want to watch that so many times back. Once I've seen this, I want to go Colby. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking right to the end. From myself, Dill, Barney. We'll see you next weekend. Cheltenham at home. Keep the faith, and as always,
Play up, Pompey.
Go south. There's a team down there. Go south.
well, I can see why you're unbeaten at home.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah. Get tail of two teams, come take the chances on it. Another point on the board to safety at the end. Come on.
Colby?
Should have scored. All in all, draw's a fair result for me.